There is a new bank switching deal from First Direct that I want to take you through. It is for the same £175 that was on offer from the same bank just a few weeks ago. However, this time there is no, at least at the time of recording this, opportunity to top this up by applying via a cashback site such as Quidco or Top Cashback. Now that element could well change. So I would definitely suggest that if you are looking into this offer, do have a look first of all at either of those sites just to see if there is the opportunity to get that money on top. Last time it went as high as 45 quid. It can sometimes be as down as 25, 30 quid. But even so, it's a good extra if it's available. So what is the offer? Well, I have got a full analysis over at becleverwithyourcash.com. So you can go over there after this and go through all this information again in more detail. But broadly speaking, to get this £175, there are a few things you need to do. And it has changed slightly from the last time the offer ran. Now, first of all, this is a bank switching deal. So you obviously have to switch using the current account switching service from an old bank, from a different bank over to a new First Direct account. So you open the First Direct account and start up the switch process. Part of that application, it'll give you the opportunity to choose a date for when that switch comes over. Now, you have to, this is something that was added just in the last time this offer was running, you do this time have to, again, switch over either 2 direct debits or 2 standing orders from the old bank account. Now, if you do not have any direct debits already on the bank account, don't worry because you've got those standing orders that you can do. Not many banks allow you to do this, and this is a much, much easier way of setting up your switch if you don't already have the stuff in place. A standing order is simply the movement of, you can set it up from your current account, that old account you've got, to another account of yours. Could be a current account, could be a savings account. If you don't have another account already that you can transfer that money over to via standing order, and you've got a partner, well, maybe you can transfer it to them. But obviously, only do that with someone you trust because you want to get that money back. It doesn't have to be for any minimum though, so it could just be for a quid. That's absolutely fine. 2 of those, I did it to 2 separate places though, and that will happen instantly. You can set the date for when that standing order starts. So maybe it's not going to be today or tomorrow, but you can certainly have it set up and activated and the money gone in the next few days. Now that has to be done before the switch goes through, okay? Really important, before the switch goes through. Now, once you have gone through everything I'm going to talk about right now, and once you have received your money, you can stop those standing orders or those direct debits if you don't want them to continue from coming out of your account. Now, that's as per normal, right? That's what it was the last offer. Something else that was in most of these First Direct offers is you have to pay in £1,000 into the account. Again, this has the shorter period to do this, within 30 days of opening the account. So again, you've got a month to do that. The thing, again, you have to remember here is that money does not have to be in one go. It can be 2 lots of 500, 4 lots of 250. It could be the same amount of money. You pay in, let's say 200 quid. That's all you've got. You put 200 quid in. You withdraw it. You pay it back in, you withdraw it, you pay it back in, you do that 5 times. That's £1,000 that's gone into the account in total. That is absolutely fine. Just has to total £1,000. However, this is important. This was in the offer last time and it's in it again this time. It's even clearer this time. Last time it said that money has to stay in there overnight. Now it is saying the money has to stay in there for 24 hours. So whether it is one lump sum of £1,000 you're putting in, whether it is smaller amounts in and out, throughout those first 30 days, ensure it has stayed there for 24 hours. Okay, that is really, really vital. Now we've got on to the new bit that wasn't in any other First Direct offer. This is the first time they've done this. And again, this is a kind of thing that I think more and more banks are going to be doing this because so many people, like many of you, right, and I'm sure who are looking at this offer now, you just switch, you get the cash, and then you go off. Maybe you switch to another bank, or you maybe don't even touch the account again. They want you to use it. It's not too taxing, this one. You have to make 5 debit card transactions in the first 30 days. There is no minimum on this. They could just be, if you want, 5 lots of £1, and that could be something as simple as adding credit to an Amazon account, putting money into an account which allows you to use your debit card for this. So I might cover this in more detail soon because more and more accounts are asking for this, but I've talked about it more in the Halifax Rewards hack. But it could be Revolut or Monzo or Chip for savings. There are a few of them out there will let you do this. just be wary of this. Don't do too many of them in a short space of time if you are going down this route. Space them out. You've got 30 days to do this. So maybe just do one every 5 or 6 days. Because if you do too many, it could cause a problem. If not at First Direct's end, maybe at the other bank. And we've definitely seen examples where Revolut have talked about this in terms of a NatWest hack people have used for debit card top-ups, not being happy about it. So if you are going to do that, spread it out. But I think 5 transactions in 30 days probably isn't that difficult for you to do it if you pop into the shop and you buy yourself a bottle of Coke or whatever it might be. All of those things, okay, have to be done within 30 days of opening the account. The bank switches to come through, use a card, transfer the direct debits, and paying £1,000. If you do all of this, then you will get the £175 on the 20th of the following month after meeting the criteria. So we're in early May now that I'm recording this. If you do manage to do all of these before the end of May, you'll get that money on the 20th of June. If you don't manage to complete all of these until the start of June, then you won't get the money until July, and so on. Now, we don't know when this offer is going to end. They've not published an end date. It could be a week. It could be 6 months. First Direct have done all those kind of things in the past, short ones to really long ones. But just bear that in mind. It will take you time to do that. Now, however, there are some really, really important exclusions that we need to go through for this particular account as well. And these are the same ones as last time and similar ones we've seen to First Direct in the past. And the big one here is you cannot have had a First Direct account at any time in the past already. Doesn't matter if you had one and closed it down. If you've ever had a First Direct account, you are not current account, you will not be eligible for this offer, sadly. Also, you will not be able to get this if you have opened an HSBC current account since the 1st of January 2018. Now, as I told you when this offer ran earlier this year, that has been backdated. It was latest, now even further back. So sadly, again, that's going to rule out a lot of you. However, if you opened up an HSBC account before January 2018 and you've never had a First Direct account, then you will be okay for this. Whether you've still got the HSBC account, you've closed it, it's about when you opened it. That is the most important thing to know about there. Now, I guess the question is whether you should be switching to First Direct to get this money. A couple of things to think about here. The first one is, assuming you are eligible, if you do go for this offer, if HSBC later bring out an offer which is potentially more lucrative, you won't be able to get it because the same rules, this one, they won't let you have it if you've had the HSBC. The HSBC one won't let you have it if you've had the First Direct, probably around that same date, I'd imagine, of January 2018. So HSBC offers vary a lot. Sometimes they are worth more than this. They've gone up to about 220, 250 quid potentially by stacking things together. They've also been as low as 100, 125 in the last sort of few years. So you've got to weigh up how you do that. Often as well, the HSBC offers require you to do a little bit more, so a little bit more faff. This is a relatively easy, despite those new additions of the direct debits and the debit card use, it's still a relatively easy switch to go through. So that's the first thing to think about. Will you be going for one of the offers, the HSBC offer at a later date? The other thing to think about here is the actual First Direct account as well. If you are switching for just for the cash, then that doesn't really matter, do you? But if you're switching maybe to look at your main account and you want to see whether you want to use it going forward, the app is okay. It's not the best one. It's pretty basic, but the customer service is very good. It's definitely something to sort of weigh up the pros and cons there. Personally, I wouldn't use it as my main account, but I do use the First Direct account, and I do have one for the regular saver. The regular saver is normally, I would say like 9 times out of 10 over every year, the highest paying regular saver account out there. At the moment, it's paying 7% fixed. This is unbeatable for people who are saving on a regular basis. The most you can save is £300. It only lasts for a year, but you will be guaranteed to get that rate for a full 12 months. You know, we still don't know if the Bank of England are going to cut the base rate at any point this year. Expectations are they will. And if they do, the expectation I would imagine is that some of these top paying regular savers will be reducing their rates for new applicants. So although, as I said at the top, you don't have that Quidco and top cashback extra available right now, if you haven't done the First Direct offer and you have up to £300 to save every single month, this is a good time to go for it. You get that switching deal relatively easily, get that cash, and then you can save 300 quid every single month, as much as you can if you can. You can't touch it for 12 months, worth knowing about, but then that's going to bring you more money over the year as well. If you want more information about this offer, do head to becleverwithyourcash.com, where we've also written a full review, both of the first current account and that regular saver as well. My name's Andy Webb. Thank you so much for watching. Check out these videos here for more ways to make the most of your money.